Now, the property market is softer at the moment, so more than ever sellers need to lift their game when putting their property on the market. According to new figures, it's tougher to sell homes now than this time last year. Sydney, for example, last year, auction clearance rates 87%, this year 70%. Similar situation in Melbourne, Brisbane and Adelaide, but there are ways to stand out from the crowd and add value to your home. Joining me, property expert Andrew Wilson from My Housing Market. Andrew, good to see you again. You've got some top tips on adding value to your property when you try and get a sale. The first one is getting a professional clean.
Well, I think a lot of these things are common sense, Koshy, of course, and a year ago it didn't matter really what you did. There was a queues of buyers, but yeah, look, professional clean inside and out. The garden's important. Declutter the place, of course, to tidy up makes sense, and maybe some small-scale renovations within a budget,
like
paint, carpet, you know. And I think it's important to have neutral colours if you're going to that extent. And I think that, you know, also you've got to take account of what on game day, inspection day, make sure your furnishings are right, your lighting's right, so it sets the scene for inspections.
Do you have the coffee percolator
That's
going,
right.
or
and the air conditioner's on?
Bread,
yeah,
all that, so keep the lights on.
That's right. Yeah, and look, it's very important now for sellers. It's still a seller's market, but it's not as easy as it's been for at least 5 years, Koshy, at this time of the year. So get it right. The worst thing you can have is your property passing in, and then it's like, what do we do now? Or it's for sale forever and ever and ever. So
and my adult kids have been looking for houses. If you're in a family area, look up the My School website to see if you're in the catchment of a really good primary school or high school, because people pay more for a house just to get their kids into a school now.
Well, absolutely. And look, it's still just about a seller's market, but it's more balanced than it's been for 5 years. So you've got to take this very seriously now, Koshy. It's not the boom time results that we've had in recent years.
Exactly right. If you can get an extra couple of grand, half your luck. All right,
Thank
Andrew,
you, Koshy.
good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, Tourism Australia's